Hi, during this video I'm going to show us how to configure site-to-site VPN on Firepower Threat Defense using Firepower Management Center. On my screen is the topology that we are going to consider for this exercise. We have FTD1 that represents site 1 and we also have FTD2 that represents site 2. And I have my VM on the my FMC, Firepower Management Center. I have that on the VM workstation. As you can see, management network. So through the management network, the FTD is able to communicate with the FMC. So going back to the FMC GUI, we have FTD1, FTD2 already integrated. We're going to click on edit. So on FTD1, I have the respective IP addresses configured. And for routing, I've configured a static route on it. For example, if FTD1 wants to talk to FTD2 outside interface, so the traffic should go to the next hop, which is 100.100.100.2. So that's what I've configured here. You can just click here, add route to do all that. Outside, I've created the object. If it's going to 200 network, and you can type in the gateway 100.100.100.2. That's the next hop. So I'll go back to device management. On FTD2, I've done likewise. I've configured the interfaces. And I also have a static route pointing to the next hop so that FTD2 can know how to get to 100.100.100.1. So having done that, I'll go to object management, and let me add objects for the LAN. Okay, let me use LAN 1, and LAN 1 is going to be 10.10.10.0/24. That's going to be our LAN 1, as we can see from here. This is our LAN 1, and I'll create another object for LAN 2, and that's going to be 172.16. Let me look what we have here. Okay, 172.16.10.10.0/24. That's going to be my LAN 2. I think that'll be all I need for network. So let me go to VPN, IKEv1. I'll do IKEv1 and I'll do IKEv2 also. So IKEv1, I'll use site 1 to site 2. I'll use 3DS SHA. I want to use higher encryption because I'm on my FMC is on evaluation mode. So I'll just stay on 3DS. So, and don't forget, like these are phase 1 policy, encryption, hash, the Fairman group, lifetime, and this authentication is going to be pre-shared key. That's the authentication mode. I've created IKEv1 policy. Now I'll do phase 2, which is IPsec proposal. Okay, I already have one here, but let me delete it so I can just show us how to create. So you can see it. So I'll click on that site. That will also be site 1 to site 2. Okay, I can use 3DS and I can use SHA. I'll save. Having done that, okay, let me also create extended access list. Okay, let me delete this one and create a new one. I will explain that later. I'll call this site 1 interesting traffic. Okay, let me log password entry list, and I'm going to say, let me use the object that I created earlier on, LAN 1. So from site 1, I want LAN 1 to be able to go to LAN 2. That's just it. LAN 1 is 10.10.10.0/24. LAN 2, which is at the other end, is 172.16.10.0/24. So that'll be all for it. And I'm going to save. Oh, sorry about that. I can't use space in between. So one more access list that I'm going to use for FTD2. So that will be site 2 interesting traffic. I'm going to click on add to add the access list entry. I want to log access list entry. I just want it that way. And that's going to be from LAN 2 to LAN 1. Now LAN 2 is 172.16.10.0, which is behind FTD2, going to LAN 1 10.10.10.0, which is behind FTD1. So that's the traffic we want to protect. So having done that, okay, not receiving traffic. So having done that, I'll now go to devices, VPN. I'll click on site to site. Firepower threat defense. This firepower device, the option is for ASA with firepower services. So if that's what you're having, you come here. But here I'm running firepower threat defense. Go click firepower threat defense. And what should I name it? Site 1 to site 2. First of all, let me deal with this tab. That's endpoint. Node A. My node A is going to be FTD1, and the interface is going to be outside, which is another one. Yeah, this IP is private. No, it's not private. It's public. So connection type is bidirectional. You can see originate only. That means you want node A to originate. You can see answer only. That means you don't want node A to originate, but you want it to respond. If there's an initiation from FTD2, you want it to respond. Or bidirectional, that means it can originate and it can respond to an initiation to VPN request. So but in our case, I'm going to make use of bidirectional. And now for protected networks, I can make use of subnets and I can use access list entry. But let me use subnet now. And I'll look for that same subnet, which is LAN 1. I'm going to click on OK. So this is a network that I want to protect on FTD1. We'll click OK. I'm going to click this plus symbol for node B also. That will be FTD2. Interface will be outside. Bidirectional also. It's going to be bidirectional. And here I'm going to use LAN 2 because that's the LAN we have behind FTD2. 172.16.10.0. OK. And I'm going to say OK. And here I'm going to check IKEv1 now to use show us I've unchecked IKEv2. I want to use IKEv1. Next, I'll click on IKE tab. We are not going to use the default. I've already created mine, which is site 1 to 2. Pre-shared key, you can use automatic. That means FTD FMC will generate that itself. But here, let me use manual. So I'm going to use manual pre-shared key. That means I'm creating the pre-shared key myself. I'll move to that. I'm done with the pre-shared key configuration. I'll move to my transform set. We'll create mine. So I'll delete this. I'm going to use this, the one I created. We'll say OK. And that's how I'll leave the rest. Advanced, I'm going to leave it as is. And I'm going to save. And I'll deploy. Strong crypto, high encryption algorithm greater than DES. Oh, I can't use encryption algorithm greater than DES because this can be because FMC is running evaluation mode because I'm running evaluation mode. So let me go back to my object management, and for my VPN IKEv1 policy, I'm going to edit this and now change it to DES. I'm going to save. Let me come to proposal IKEv1. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to change it to DES. So now let me deploy again. Deploy. Okay, fine. So while we are doing that, I'll go to access control. FTD site 1, that's my FTD1, that's ACP for FTD1. So I'm going to create rule to allow the VPN traffic. Because it has to be allowed in the access control policy. So I'm going to say from inside, okay, to outside. And okay, if FTD1 is originating, it goes from inside to outside. But if FTD2 is originating, it comes in from outside to inside. And for the network is going to be, I'm going to have LAN 1 to LAN 2. And again, don't forget, it may be initiated, the connection request may be initiated from FTD2. So you also have to permit it to come in. So I'm going to say LAN 2 to LAN 1. So it has to be vice versa. So let me log at beginning of connection sent to event viewer. I'm going to click on add and I'm going to save. So I'll go to the other access control policy for FTD2. I'll do likewise. Site 2 to site 1. So this is going to be from inside, it's going to go to outside. And if it's initiated from FTD1, source. Oh, it's going to be from inside to outside. And if it's initiated from FTD1, it's going to come from outside to inside, whatever the case may be. And for network, okay, it's not allowing me to search. Okay, LAN 1, going to have LAN 2 here also. LAN 1 at the other side, LAN 2 at the other side. And I'm going to log. And I'm going to add. I want to believe we all know why I'm putting both LAN 1 and LAN 2 in source and destination. Because if, for example, if the connection is initiated from FTD1, so from perspective of FTD2, it's going to see it from outside to inside, and it's going to see it from LAN 2 to LAN 1. So, and if it's going from FTD2 to FTD1, it's going to be from inside. From perspective of FTD2, it's going to be from inside to outside, and it's going to be from LAN 1 to LAN 2. So I will deploy my changes. So the deployment is almost done. Okay, the deployment is done. So right now, this is my FTD1 console. So what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to initiate traffic from 10.10.10.2 to 172.16.10.2. and show IP. So this is the IP address. So pings, I want to ping 172.16.10.2. Let's see if that will work. Oh, fine. That means our VPN tunnel is up. So let me show you this. Okay, even I'll prefer, let me use 192.168.153.118. So for the second FTD, 153.119. Show crypto IKEv1 SA. Can see that. Can see that we have a tunnel up. So IKEv is 200.200.200.1. And mind you, I'm on FTD1, which is 100.100.101. So this is a peer. And FTD1 is the initiator. Show crypto IKEv1, this FTD2 SA. FTD2 here is the responder, and the peer is 100.100.100.1, which is FTD1. And show crypto IPsec SA. And here can see our interesting traffic. It's permitting 10.10.10.0 to go to 172.16.10.0. That's traffic that's been protected. Local is 10.10.10. And at the remote site, we have 172.16.10. And we can see packets being encrypted, being decrypted. So that's it. Let me also show us connection events from FMC. So as we can see from the FMC, can see our traffic on FTD1 and on FTD2. So it goes from FTD1 from 10.10.10 to 172.16.10.2. It's permitted. And on FTD2, you can see from on FTD1, it's going from inside to outside, but from FTD2 is coming from outside, from this source 10.10.10.2, and going to inside to this destination of 172.16.10.2. So that brings us to the end of site-to-site VPN on FTD using IKEv1. On the part 2 of this video, I'm going to take us through IKEv2. Thank you.